Yo, what's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist here at Stochastic and Odd Shopper, ready to rock on the Odd Shopper channel, talking you through some pick and plays here for the NBA streets. Hit that like button as we begin. We got people rolling on in. Good afternoon. Let's get it. I like that idea. But what up, Jeffrey Wilson? Let's get this point. I like that idea as well. Big Linddog, what's up? Obviously, my God, pickup. The last couple of days between my own plays personally and then the Luka taco yesterday. We got to start just middling every taco without even thinking twice about it. I didn't do it with the Kevin Porter Jr. one. I tailed some of the goodness from DK DFS over in Tails, which was a very good decision overall. You know what? Let's bring that up. Let's bring up Tails to begin this lovely program because, well, I love Tails. It's a great opportunity for you to follow people such as myself, guys like my dude, Jazzraz DFS, that being Ben Raza, TK DFS, DFS Donuts, Mike 10693. I tailed all his college basketball yesterday. Useful 7-0, including a parlay. That made me happy. Gave the retweet out. I didn't post all this stuff because, well, there were a lot of tickets, and boy, it was nice to hit all of them from him. That salvaged my day. Sportside Jacob, the Fantasy Grind, J-Metal K, who I already did post my Calci goodness. That was very useful to have that come to fruition. And hey, Mike, already dropping a VIP here one. Isaiah Joe OKC. There's obviously a lot of news, and Anthony Melton we just got news on as we were beginning this. So tons of things that we're going to be breaking down on this program. I'm ready to rock. If you're ready to roll, hopefully. Is that showing? Yeah, it's showing. Tails is up there. But I'm going to go through a lot of the main things I use on a day in, day out basis. And I use tools, and then I use the tools primarily at Stochastic and Odd Shopper to kind of combine the processes, if you will. And I put my pickum calculator together, which got it all updated, looking all fine, dandy, and good. Made it a little bit bigger font-wise so that we can share this on this program. But, I mean, AI is fantastic, using it on a day-in, day-out basis. But per-leg baselines are now minus 115. I changed the per-leg baseline just to be that. Technically, 2 picks are, like, fractionally better than the 3-pick ones. But because 3-pick have a lot of boost involved, I do want to do the same thing we did on the last stream where we hit that 3-pick card. And that was awfully useful because that was last Friday. We also had the 25xer that got burned by like 1 fantasy point. That hurt. Ended up only 2xing that one, and that led to some pain and suffering the last 4 days. So I'm looking forward to getting back on track. Actually, Saturday, Sunday, I only had 1 pick on, I think. But I'm back in the streets. We're ready to rock. If you're ready to roll, hit that like button for me. It is time. LG handling business in the LOL street. Shout out J-Metal K. Definitely one of those guys over on Tails that you want to be following. But let's talk through what changed. What I'm focusing on right now is Underdog because they have the best prices now in the industry. I'm about making you money. That is my job, to help you be efficient at sports betting and pick'em. Pick'em being the fantasy stuff that's available in so many different states, including a lot of places where there is sports betting. Well, Underdog's the best place to do it now because they changed the 3.5x for the 2-pick legs and for the 3-pick ones as well. So 3-pick, obviously I was screwing around with some of this beforehand, but I changed my multipliers here. As we add legs, we're going to see, it has a 1.05 multiplier. That's changing the odds here on screen, and it's showing us what our payout should be, and we can kind of like adjust as we go and have a really good idea. Ooh, look at that. It even goes red as I built that out. As we go down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. I'm feeling pretty good about today's slate, but let's take a lay of the land here over in Basketball Monster. This is where all the lineups exist. I'm using this on a day in, day out basis. I was looking at some Malik Monk stuff as well, up 42% from 3, some interesting efficiency stuff there. Add more funds. I'm going to be using this less and less. Actually, I just unsubscribed purely because we're building out the same kind of stuff over at Stochastic that is going to be very, very useful to the people, including what already is the analytics tab. Go to the NBA rotations where we can literally put this cursor directly over top of each rotation for guys. You might notice I started with Sacramento today for a couple of reasons. Wasn't sure when we were going to get Golden State's injury report. Obviously, if you just type in NBA injury report into the Google machine, you can see it's pink tab because I think I just spend most of my days refreshing shit in here now. Every 15 minutes, we're getting an injury report. This gives us the lay of the land, if you will. It gives us an idea of who the hell is going to be playing basketball. Let's look at Oklahoma City. Jaylen Williams out. AJ Mitchell out. Chet Holmgren out now. Alex Caruso, well, I guess doubtful. Alex Caruso doubtful as well. SGA, Isaiah Hartenstein, they are very shorthanded, basically punting this game. I'm a little bit upset with myself. Talked about it last night on NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. There were so many teams on back-to-back, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just do an afternoon live stream. I can break down pickum. I can talk you through the ins and outs of what I'm looking at for this plate. Build some positive ED cards together. Talk about what I believe is going to happen on the OKC side of things. What got projected over at Stochastic, and then we can make more informed decisions together today. I bet you appreciate it. I surely appreciate it. And Jeffrey Wilson, I might be on the exact opposite side of what I just see you post. I do not feel good about Malik Monk in any way, shape, or form. How could you? How could you coming off of the last game? Now, it's very, very volatile, what we're going to be staring at. And actually, I'm going to change this because this is blocking my screen and it's pissing me off. All right. Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. That's where you can find me every single Sunday through Thursday night. I've been doing that for years and years and years now in the MLB, NBA, NFL, and once upon a time, PGA streets. Still posting all my PGA plays. We're up for the season, although it's like less than a unit now. Why couldn't Rory win last week? Why couldn't Rory win? Should have just driven to Riviera and miss it. Noonan. A little bit of that to Jacob Bridgman would have been very useful to me. But as I'm looking at everything here for today, I want to begin with the Oklahoma City Thunder, purely because I think we could get a lot of different looks. Now, we got the Williams and Williams, the law firm of Williams and Williams starting last time out. Wouldn't be surprised if we got Aaron Wiggins in this situation showing up here. And Cason Wallace is on an all-time heater, and he never walked away from on heater. And Cason Wallace, what the hell did we even witness yesterday? Pull up some box scores, shall we? Pull up some box scores. Yesterday, very nice win by them, although they went over that low total, and that pissed me off because Cason Wallace just continues to make everything he looks at. And no, bitch tits in the Discord, in the Lindy Discord, I did not say, oh, Cason Wallace. I'm just saying that it's insane that he's playing this good of offensive basketball. If you go back, of course I X'd out a bit right off the bat. If you go into dunks and threes, we get a lay of the land of what we've got as far as the Oklahoma City Thunder and who's actually good, who's not. Cason Wallace is obviously a starter there, but he's there because of this. Defense. What the hell are we doing here? The guy has 14% usage on the season, and now in 15, 18 shots a game, he's just making everything. And even from the midi, which you don't shoot a lot of those if you're Cason Wallace, or you shouldn't at least. I mean, look at this. He has just been an incredible basketball player. Look at this. Plus 8.8 EPM. That's got to be one of the best games of anybody on the Oklahoma City Thunder, including SGA, which is an insane fact to throw out there. In fact, I'd be surprised if we had a better EPM for anybody if we just go to the off-injured here. Oh, yeah, again, lots of games where it's above it. But the whole point being, it's pretty insane to watch Cason Wallace do what he's been doing offensively. So, still right here, but they are pretty decent dogs now. Sitting at 10.5 points. If we go over to Odd Chopper, we'll just take a look around and see exactly what's going on. I really think this is so clean how we've actually broken this up now. We've seen some massive line movement in this game. Oh, Parlay J, you might be, let's get down with our dirty selves, shall we? Does everybody remember last year? Jaylen Williams paid for rent for two of those outings where everybody was out. Jaylen Williams can pass a damn basketball. And we'll get into why I might be looking at some assist ladders with him as well. And that's different circumstances you have with Kane. You've got Cason Wallace. You've got some ball hogs that just truly don't give the ball up once they get it in their hands. Hi, Aaron Wiggins. How are you this fine day? But there's no question that over at Odd Chopper, we've seen some massive line movement go this direction. I mean, just look at this. With no Vig recently, I had them pulled up because I missed you. Come back. Arizona, California, no Vig. That hurts my feelings. It really, really sucks. But let's just pull FanDuel up because we know it to be a sharper book than most. We've seen this go whoop. Now you can't, minus 110 here. Whoop. Insanity that we're looking at. And you can see, change it by the time. That's kind of cool. kind of cool. This odds screen is just fantastic. There is a link down below if you guys are interested in checking those out. Lindy 15, I think, gives you 15% off of anything at Stochastic and OddsShopper. So you can use that on any of those promos. But we're seeing primarily 10.5s littered across the place. This Bet365 is being slowed up. Hey, for what it's worth, their API is a joke from time to time. But hey, one of the softest books on planet Earth. So I'm not going to complain too much. There's a 9.5 plus 105 with tons of liquidity if anybody's interested. We have the liquidity available underneath it there. A lovely Wednesday afternoon. Why not put $7,000 on minus 9.5? Trying to sling a minus 105 on the Detroit side and then arb it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Anyway. From a pick'em perspective, though, this is where I want to bring in the stochastic props tool. Now, I'm going to refresh this. I don't know if it's going to be updated within the threshold. Oh, it is. It just got updated 10 minutes ago. I love our data team, but Jaylen Williams is my favorite play on the board right now. He already was from a points perspective. He already will remain. So we got Jaylen Williams at the baseline. It's still listed at minus 122. Just know that until it gets updated, it is actually minus 115 now. That's where the lovely pick'em calculator comes into effect. We got the 2-pick. We just have the baseline. If it goes up there, I didn't fix this morning. I don't really give a shit. It works. But we do this, and we put Jaylen Williams into our lives. I can't believe how good he looks to me today. 30.8 minutes, and you go to the Thunder. Jaylen Williams only played 16 minutes yesterday, which was very surprising to me. But Caruso, on a hater, Jared McCain, very limited. They just played their dudes. You bring Caruso in. You really, really want to make it work. Oh, Evan Mobley out for today. Let's try to get something in on that while we're at it, right? Right? Mobley. There's Jared Allen in our lives. I'm going to trade. Oh my God, Donovan Mitchell out. This is a good thing to be doing here live with me. Your boy is ready to go. Greg Porter Jr. is in effect. All right. We're going to have to be firing all of this. Last time I saw you live was on the sauce. I appreciate that. I love Kyle. Kyle's a good buddy. I'm sadly so damn busy that I don't have an opportunity to be able to jump on and do the things that we once upon a time did in the baseball streets. Maybe we'll do a little reunion stream one of these days. I'm sure he'd be down. I'm down. Plus, I got to be able to help out the panel. Got to be able to help out from the DFS side of things. So just doing everything I possibly can. But love the prop tool. I appreciate that. This prop tool has had a lot of time, effort, hours put into it, and it is the words of saucy. It is lovely stuff over there. But Aaron Wiggins, we still got coming off the bench here, but Jaylen Williams himself, boy, oh boy, this is going to be very difficult for me to get away from that 9.5 points threshold. Now, another thing with Jaylen Williams, talked about his assists. Sometimes one of my favorite things to do, if you're going to play the over of this, I'm probably going to like the PRA as well for a guy who has really, really good splits. Actually, I didn't pull up the PVP for it, but I do know, going back to last year, we've had some really good assist rates out of Jaylen Williams when you don't have Hartenstein and Holmgren and SGA on the floor, because a lot of times Jaylen Williams is one of those distributors in that second unit. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to find some place that we're going to box both of these in. You probably noticed that I've been doing a lot of those like 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 things in the premium Discord, in the Lindy and Friends Discord, which, hey, by the way, your mic sucks. Thanks for letting me know now. Sounds like a trash can. But I know why. I know why. Let's see if I can fix that quick. That should be better. Thank you so much for making sure that I fucking... Oh, Tyson's going to look insane too, but problem is that I think books are going to be able to react to that. Pick'em's going to be able to react to that. So we've got a lot that we want to do, but let's keep these two close to the bay, because I think there's a couple of things that are interesting to combine him with, because by far Jaylen Williams, with all these dudes out, I talked about him last night. I wanted to bring him up again today. There's a planet where he even plays some blowout run. I'm a little worried because they do have another big in Brandon Carlson there now where they can go to those minutes, but look behind it. Kenrich Williams could play some 5 by default in blowout run. Barnheiser, no. Topic, no. Point guard. Jared McCain, no. Point guard. Aaron Wiggins, no. Just no. I mean, it's Brandon Carlson that will play mop-up duty in the event that this thing gets berserk. But otherwise, Jaylen Williams just looks fantabulous, I believe is the word. So let's find ourselves something else. And by the way, NHL now live as well in these stochastic tools. Well, I'll fire something up for that too. Throw that out for the people. But as we're trying to build this out, because again, plus 250 now, 3.5x per lane baseline, looking really, really saucy. I want to find a couple of different pieces, and that's where Malik Monk I thought was a little bit interesting before somebody decided to poo-poo that idea. We have this actually a little bit closer. So right before our update, before this show, now sitting at 11.5 in 20 minutes. I just want to point out that the Sacramento Kings are buttholes. They're absolute anuses, the likes of which this world's never seen before. And as such, we have to be very calculated with where we deploy Sacramento props, one way or the other. I do think Russell Westbrook, in the event that we get Devin Carter out of here for today, is yet again awesome. I brought him up nonstop on the NBA show the other day with Josh on Monday. And Russell Westbrook, I think, played 33 minutes, 25 points. And of course, I just did 10 and 4 to throw out for the Kalshi combo because I thought it was very advantageous. Why wouldn't Maxime Reynaud and Precious Achiuwa put up 13 and 12 rebounds respectively? Why wouldn't they do that and just completely rail my butt? Didn't enjoy it. I did say something about the mic a while ago. Yeah, well, it's fixed now. 2 by 2 by 2. It's like Noah's Ark shit. That's what we're doing here now. Anywho, as we're working through this, there's no question the range of outcomes for these Kings is wide. Killian Hayes, failed draft pick there once upon a time from Detroit. Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. That's about all I got there. Malik Monk can actively help them win basketball games, and that's kind of what I was pointing out before this show was Malik Monk minutes. What are we actually getting here? His offensive skills, I mean, his three-point shooting has been unsustainably good this season, but he's actually underperformed what his offensive predictions were from dunks and threes coming into this season. He had been around 86th percentile as the predictor there, and defensively he is abhorrent, which is why he's coming off the bench. He's generally been like the Lou Williams role for the Sacramento Kings. He's 28 though at this point, and you kind of know what he is. A lot fewer minutes going his direction there, but everything about Malik Monk just kind of scares me in this spot because I do think even in 20 minutes, he can absolutely burn you. But these are the things you got to be willing to embrace at times. We're just not really going to embrace that anymore. Now that we've got this update, we've got a lot of these other plays that are popping at the top. But let's go to, because again, I have, I don't know why Wiggins is popping up here. Why he is the only guy in the world that's popping here. All right. Because we got Gui Santos. This one's a little bit sketchy because we just got that news after the update. And I'll cover this on the Golden State side. Gui Santos probably going to be playing a boatload as well. Let's go to the back-to-back because, again, that was my thing last night where it just didn't make a ton of sense. I didn't want to waste your time. And I'm like, you know what? We have an opportunity to really go through everything and fine-tune it for you today. But Melton, going to be out for today. That news hit after that update that we had in the props tool. Steph Curry continues to be out. Porzingis, he is eternally sick. I told you, he has the bubonic plague. It is what it is. McKinnon expected to play. Boo. Or you tell me who the better team is. Although that video of him like getting his Labuba thing is hilarious. It's actually freaking hilarious. I'm going to X out of this, by the way, too. But yeah, we have the 15-minute injury report that'll be coming back up. And just to kind of make sure what I'm looking at is correct on the Golden State side. Yeah, Anthony Melton out. Injury management, kind of expected for what it's worth. Somebody late start to his season, and obviously looked pretty good in those starting units, even in losses to the New Orleans Pelicans. Well done. Good job. Good effort, everybody. But Moses Moody, Pat Spencer, kind of wild to see 32. I mean, they've really heavily leaned back into Pajemski off of the bench. Didn't even play particularly crazy. This is kind of crazy, though, if we're being honest. 7 for 18 from the field. I was mainly just citing his offensive line, but some insane stuff. But Gui Santos, it's a little bit interesting to me now. Obviously, this is going to change in terms of the rates. And one of the things we can do in this lovely tool of ours over at Stochastic is we can change Gui Santos. I do think his points per minute rate is something that you've got to give a little bit of a bump to without D'Anthony Melton. I think he's been leading this entire grouping in its current iteration and usage by a pretty healthy margin. And once he started in that starting unit, and obviously some of those minutes have gotten ramped up at times, 28, it's more than like the 25, 26 we've seen, 24 at times, even in starting units. But I do think D'Anthony Melton, you're replacing 23.8% usage, by far the highest of his career as we work through it. I think that's just going to be a little bit of everything for a little bit of everyone. And that becomes kind of one of those things you almost want to react to before the entire tool gets updated. So I'm going to update some of those rates. And you know what? We'll give him like a half-minute bump. We'll go to 32. Let's see where that goes for the pick'em, because rebounds, 6.5 rebounds going to look a little bit better. I didn't even edit his rebound rate. Melton, you're replacing a pretty awful rebounder with probably Pajemski getting into like a starting unit if they wanted to go that direction. But Will Richard, noted not rebounder. Like, that's as good as it gets. 3.8% defensive rebound rate. That's going to be our first combo. So let's do this. Jaylen Williams, we got 21.5 points plus rebounds here. We're going to combine that with Gui Santos, 6.5 rebounds. Click. I'm going to put that in for 10. We're going to do 0.1 units on both of these because we got this, and I'm going to build out some big cards today too. Some big cards. We're going to do Jaylen Williams, points and PRA. So we're going to do 1.1 units with that, 1.1 units with this. 10 spot each. Some of that League of Legends money from J Metal K, my dude. All right. Save both of those. And I'm going to post this live here as we're going. Let me catch up on any questions you might have from stuff. Can't believe Underdog had him. Yeah. Gui Santos. We like rebounds. I was going to say, I like the rebounds a little bit more even than just the entire PRA. I know the entire portfolio probably looks all right, but I particularly think the points are difficult because I don't think his usage can really get to a place where I'm going to like the points aspect of it. And I think it's pretty efficient. I know we've got like a slight lean towards that under. When it's inside of like 1% EV, I'm probably avoiding it in any way, shape, or form, unless I have an extremely positive leg and I'm trying to fire something up as fast as possible. Because if I have like a 15% or 20% EV on something, you could put a negative 5% EV play with it, and it's still a positive EV card. Hey, math? Yeah? Him, me, you, him, you, me, him, you, him. Love Night at the Roxbury. Also love that my dog is snoring so loud. But you know what? It's Duke's world. I just live in it. 26, that's a doggy. From on the live stream right now, 0.1 units each. All right. Click it, articulate, see a seatbelt, fasten, trunk rattling. Like two little people in the back seat. Got to be appropriate now. It's an okay thing to be. I'm rarely appropriate. All right. So we got those two beauties fired up here on Tails. The main reason I want to do it through here is so that you guys check out Tails expert. So oddshopper.com/expert-picks, or just type in Tails. We go to the Tails page, and then you see what's trending. You see what's recently popping up. You know what I bet recently pops up? Eric's Underdog card from the live stream right now. Jaylen Williams, Santos, both of those fired up for your enjoyment. So again, we can put 2 pick cards together in harmony and be all set to rock. So I have this. Let's take a look at PrizePicks quick. I'm going to actually take pick 6 off for now, mainly because I know most people are checking out the PrizePicks Underdog stuff. Not that I don't love what they put out as a product. It's lovely. Oh, God damn it. Russell Westbrook's at 3.5 rebounds. All right. More. Russell Westbrook. I think Russell Westbrook could play a lot more than people think yet again today. We only have him in for 23.2 minutes. That's a low number. I put him in for 27 yesterday when I was working through my stuff, and I had the 12.5 points, 15 plus points. I thought both looked all right, but look, I know we just got Maxime Reynaud and Precious Achiuwa rebounding 50 fucking million rebounds last game against Memphis and their lack of bigs, but Russell Westbrook in Houston taking on Kevin Durant. I'm guessing he's a little competitive because he's Russell Westbrook. I'm guessing he's a little pissed off that, things didn't work out the way that we were hoping between him and OKC and a lot of that other goodness, and Kevin Durant just existing and being who he is. But there's a lot of weird stuff happening here. Jericho Sims, double-double. Lindy does love his baseball. Do you have a favorite sport to gamble on? Oh, my God. My results the last 2 years in MLB have been unsustainably good. Anytime you're breaking again, I'm generally putting a lot of half unit bets together during an MLB season, a lot of quarter unit home run bets. I was very forward facing with everything. Threw it out there on X nonstop last year. We were up over 20 in home runs just on those X plays. I think we were up over 35 and then ran into a really bad September that ended up kind of suppressing some of those home run numbers, but ended up over 25 units in home runs for an entire MLB season. Pretty good. Now, I understand some people are looking to hit one MLB parlay or, trying to hit that one jackpot, but I'm trying to make you money over any long-term sample size. And so, yeah, MLB strikeout props, walk props. Ooh, we printed in the walk props and single props come playoff time. So even just talking about it gets me a little bit salivated, but I started in the golf betting streets. Oh, Duke, what are we doing? You want to go? Hang on 1 second. Duke, give me a second. Mother of God, Duke. It is what it is. All right. So we've got the 21.5 PRA for Russell Westbrook with Devin Carter questionable. I'd really like Devin Carter not to play in that kind of a situation, but yeah. Welcome to my life, bro. $5. I'm especially excited about the Underdog changes. 1, because I'm limited on PrizePicks. 2, because PrizePicks, I will say this. I don't get any of the boosts or anything. I generally, for the last year, have only had a $5 cap on protected. And then that became $5 cap on everything, which really sucks. We need Duke camera time. Duke had to go outside. Duke was getting to be a little, between the snoring and the farting and everything else, it was time to get out. Yes, fellas, please tail his MLB. I was very successful last year, tailing 70%. That is better than I had in terms of ROI, but that makes me very, very happy. I really appreciate that, Chester Bryant. I put in that work, I think, in every single sport. It's just a question of whether or not variance catches up to me. Nah, I fucking hate the NFL. NFL 5-unit year. Way to go, Eric. I know I made profit. Notice how I didn't bet a lot of it at the end of last year because it just got to be a lot of work for very little return. NFL is hard, by the way. Lindy is really great with his baseball picks just to play the Minnesota Bats because it's not. Pablo Lopez rips his elbow before the season even starts. Are you kidding me? That November run of mine was too good. Yeah, dude, J-Metal, you were insane. You're insane. I'm limited everywhere. No big rules, as does CalSheet, as does Polymarket. Yeah, those are the things we got to focus on. But let's start focusing back on some more bets. So I brought up Russell Westbrook. 25 points. Just going through some of his rotations here, I think it is worth noting that we definitely want Devin Carter out for this. So you almost want to have like the backdoor outs rather than 21.5 PRA, which again is kind of middling whether or not he could get all of that. I mean, if you knew he was playing 33 minutes, his PRA would be 31.5. You know what I mean? Like, it absolutely would be way up there. So the market isn't even saying that Russell Westbrook's going to play all that much right now. But I do want to at least point out that the rebounds, this is such an outlier for Russell Westbrook to just have the 2 rebounds. And I keep harping on it because it just pisses me off to no end how unbelievably bad I ran on that Kalshi card for the people, the Kalshi combo, because that should have been an easy plus 500, plus 400 cash or whatever it was. I just can't emphasize enough. Sometimes you can make the right play and you lose. Sometimes you can make the wrong play and you win. But anytime you have a guy who's going to be like a 50th percentile rebounder, and then you don't have Domantas Sabonis on the floor, who we obviously shared a lot of this court time with. I know Maxime Reynaud has been decent as a rookie. We've had some flashes against like Donovan Clingan, somebody who I'm pretty supportive of with my bankroll, other than yesterday where I hate him. But overall, I look at what Russell Westbrook does in his court time. We know he can fill up a box score. And, when you're 50th percentile in offensive and defensive rebound rate, and then you take the best rebounder off the team and replace him with Maxime Reynaud, who's fine. And I'm doing it this way just to give you guys an idea of the color coding, kind of what I'm doing on the back end data-wise. But 92nd percentile defensive rebound rate, that's good. But you know what's even better than that? I mean, day and night. So the fact that there are a lot of minutes for Russell Westbrook and Domantas Sabonis in that sample size, we obviously expect Russell Westbrook to be north of that 50% number, or north of at least the 47, 48s that are sitting there. This is absurd what Domantas Sabonis can do in court time. The guy was like live for double doubles in like the 24 minutes he was playing in some of those spots coming back from injuries. So just want to point out that I think Russell Westbrook rebounds is a really, 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 really good pick and play today. So all y'all who like your overs, congratulations, Russell Westbrook. I think that's probably your best over outside of the Jaylen Williams aforementioned play that we had. Now, this is interesting because we got all of this Cleveland news and stuff is starting to roll in. I want to see and make sure that we've got everybody out of this equation. All right. Don't forget, we still have James Harden questionable on the Cavs side, but no Donovan Mitchell. That is a big freaking deal. And offensively, we've seen James Harden really bring Jared Allen to life at times already. He does that with big men. James Harden in the pick and roll. I'd be a little bit surprised if we didn't get James Harden playing today. Like, right thumb fracture, he's left-handed. I don't know. It just feels a little bit weird to me. Although Dennis Schroeder, I've generally been a stand for, although he's been terrible this year. There's no disputing that. Father Time, undefeated. And he's had gray hair, it feels like forever, but I think it was just white highlights that he put in it. Whatever. Keon Ellis, just defensive stalwart, but not exactly who I want in the pick and roll. That's where Craig Porter Jr., he'd be the most interesting guy to start to help out Jared Allen. But I kind of go through what we're getting on the Cleveland side without, I mean, you're removing the best player on the team by a pretty noticeable margin. Him and James Harden are both fantastic, but like Jared Allen, wake me up inside, can't wake up. A little bit of that goodness when you don't roll out Mr. James Harden. Yeah, James Harden's been very good for him here. I like overs when they hit. I like unders when they hit. What a perfect way of putting that, by the way. What a perfect way of putting that. Oh, I haven't pushed this at all yet. This is a perfect way of putting it. You want to get all my plays every single day? It's promo code second half. I know you might have saw it in the background there for a quick second when we were getting ready, but $50 to $25. It's less than $1 a day, and that'll keep the bookies away, or whatever I was trying to say in my own mind there. But what it keeps is you in the Discord all the way up until opening day of the MLB. And I'm pretty sure you'll want to stick around after that. So $25, come kick it with your boy. It would be awesome to have you guys in there. Would love to see you there. Plus, just right down there in the video description box below if you're watching this on YouTube. Otherwise, head to oddshopper.com, which is listed there. Check out Lindy. That's me, Lindy. And yeah, you can subscribe and hang out. Use promo code second half. Should automatically populate when you head over to that tab. Alrighty. So we got Russell Westbrook. He's going to go on this second iteration of Underdog because, again, Underdog is lovely at the moment. I want to find one more here for it. Pickum calculator. Obviously, we don't need this for anything at the moment. I'm going to slide this all the way over to the left. Slide to the left. Make sure our injury report is all updated and good. 230. I'm assuming as I'm scrubbing this, it's scrubby-dub-dub going to be just fine. I think it will. Anyway, let's get back into top bets. Update this. Man, Jaylen Williams still popping. So yeah, you can definitely play Russell Westbrook. That is available over on PrizePicks as well. Because again, I wanted to give you some PrizePicks plays here. It took pick 6 off for now. And then I'm kind of scrolling through this. I think this Cade Cunningham assist one is very interesting for the PrizePicks people. Already sitting at minus 125 in the entire market. And right now, I'm projection blending 50-50. So origination, that is top down for us. Or sorry, bottom up. Market, top down. That's basically looking at the entire market. Never a bad thing when you see minus 125 as the prevailing number in the marketplace when you aggregate all the books together. And then you're getting minus 115 over in the Underdog streets. But here's the problem. It's still, even after minus 167 or whatever, it's basically minus 160 there. For PrizePicks, I really like the idea of taking Cade Cunningham. It beats that minus 122 threshold for you from a market-based perspective on its own, let alone the fact that from an origination standpoint, we're well below it. So 5.4% EV, if I go just to the origination and I ramp this up, God, I love this tool now. So much good stuff from our devs. Yeah, should be a little bit better. I just thought that things might get better. If I type in Cade, boom, tough acting enacted. Oh, did it just get ripped off the PrizePicks board as we're talking about it? We're doing the Lord's work on this stream, friends. We're doing the Lord's work. This is, if you want signs that you made it, you just throw it out into the world. You have the tab open on your phone. You have it in your thing and it goes away. And then it all goes away. It's a great song. I just wanted to point it out. All right. Fuck. Such bullshit. Of course that happened live. You know what? I'm going to put a Russell Westbrook with the Jaylen Williams combo in just so that we've got it. So we're going to go Russell Westbrook. I'm going to do those for 5. So just again, this is like your freebie on this one. Build them out. Let's do the same thing with Jaylen Williams. I'm just so convinced he is the best play on Oklahoma City right now by leaps and bounds. And of course, our projections loved him too, which makes me especially happy. Jaylen Brown not on the injury report. No shit. They just rested him. And 81 points from Phoenix yesterday. It's embarrassing. This was an embarrassing loss. Also, my boy DK DFS. If you guys aren't following my boy DK DFS, he's on a tangent today. Absolutely love. Retweet that. I just saw that come through. That makes me happy. You need to be checking that out. All right. Also, if you guys don't have at the top of your Twitter tabs all NBA beat writers, NBA DFS news, go in and get some of these lists from me because I've been doing this for a long time now. And I mean, these are the best lists you're going to find for stuff. I generally just keep it on the all NBA beat writers because that's like where I put everything together. That's good stuff. Let's see. Jordan Walsh's night ended abruptly. We'll get into a little bit of that here too, but Jaylen Brown was pretty positive he was going to be good to go. But I've always got this tab open, always lurking in the shadows. God, we're already 43 minutes into this stream. Where did the time go? Are we having fun? Are people going to hit that like button for me? Are we going to hit that like button? I feel like we're doing some really good work right now. We got ourselves Jaylen Williams, goodness. We got ourselves Russell Westbrook, 3.5 rebounds. We got ourselves Aaron Wiggins' PRA is a little bit scary to me at the moment. 24 minutes, pretty low baseline, obviously. Don't think he would get as much blowout run. It's kind of interesting, but minutes are gold, and if we get him starting over a Kenrich Williams, they're trying to go scorched earth offense, that's difficult. But I want to also bring up Wemby. So we changed the Gui Santos one as well. Gui Santos rebounds, right? So why don't we do a Gui Santos rebounds? Yeah. Santos rebounds. Gregory Jackson. Woo. There's that as well. Under on threes. There's some interesting ones popping at the top of this. But yeah, Jaylen Williams' point still remains the absolute nutty nuts. Nothing's changed over the course of the show. Freaks me out a little bit, especially if I'm moving Russell Westbrook off the board at places. Aids. Should probably check in on the comment section. Yeah, Cade off the PrizePicks. They're bumping as we go. Just took Jaylen Williams over 17.5 PRA. Points plus rebounds, minus 120 on Caesars. Love that look. From John the Bettis, another guy you definitely want to be checking out. How do you feel about first quarter plays? For example, Jarrett Allen first quarter points has been crushing. Ladder it up as well. So when you take a small minutes allotment and you grind it down, obviously Jarrett Allen is one of those guys that you take from a viewpoint. Let's take a look at what his rotations are. Again, this is how I think about this stuff, because I get this question a lot in like first half markets, other things. I think there are times, and DK DFS does a great job of this, like in the PrizePicks streets, where it's first half cards because there's blowout potential, because there's other things where you can kind of predict what the first half rotations are going to be. If we go to Stochastic, we just go to Cleveland, and we just kind of look at what Jarrett Allen's typical rotations are. Obviously, we had a couple of days ago there, whatever. We got Harden, Mitchell, Allen. Allen goes to the 328 mark. So don't forget, also, I would really like James Harden to help him out, because James Harden just racks up those assists to a guy like Jarrett Allen here. It's a little bit thin for me. In Cleveland, they're obviously not playing without Evan Mobley either, injury maintenance. So this just gets really, really thin. I mean, they're only 3-point favorites against Milwaukee on a back-to-back. Just pointing that out. That's just for your observation. That's just for something that you can take a look at. But so we're projecting out this. Let's do it this way. We've got Jarrett Allen, 8 minutes and 32 seconds. Okay, 8 minutes and 32 seconds. Thomas Bryant didn't play, so who's backing him up? Who's subbing in for Jarrett Allen here? Got Dean Wade coming in for him. Dean Wade playing backup 5. That's what this is. Dean Wade played the backup 5. Then went to Tyson, Schroeder, Merrill, Mitchell, and Dean Wade. You can do that against a team like the Knicks when, you want to try to force Mitchell Robinson into some uncomfortable situations, because you're going to lose the boards to him. One of the best offensive rebounders on the planet, if not the best. But there's no question that was an anticipated move from them. Dean Wade, one of the best defenders, probably the most underrated player in the NBA amongst unknown players. This guy defensively is a monster. He's tall, 6'9", guards pretty much every position on the floor outside of like speedy point guards. Doesn't need the ball in his hands, and yet is an undrafted dude out of Kansas State who has made his way, because defensively, look at this shit. He just turned it on. I don't know what he did from 2021 till 2022, other than Cleveland actually got good and like maybe his role changed. But overall, I mean, this is just one of the better defenders you're going to run into on planet Earth. And so, yeah, some backup five for him there. What I'm getting at is that now let's go to another game. We're just going to kind of look at some of the recent trends for him, how many minutes he plays in, because he hasn't ran into any foul trouble, it looks like, looking at that last box score either. And so you have to remember, he might be crushing in some circumstances. Doesn't look like he crushed this one very hard. Just saying, you said first quarter points. Maybe he crushed last game, but he surely did not 2 games ago against OKC, where he had 0 points on 1 field goal attempt. But again, no Donovan Mitchell changes the equation a little bit. All I'm getting at is you're going to be paying a lot of VIG on those. So you really want to make sure that you've got an edge in first quarter markets. Whether or not that's on PrizePicks where it's minus 122, minus 122, both sides of it, or at a traditional sports book where probably still looking at like minus 120, minus 120, because those are markets that they can't protect themselves against as well against a sharp bettor, and they're not going to get as much liquidity to kind of sharpen the market. But I will say this, if you can break down like in a first inning, like if I was getting plus 105, minus 105 on like first, nerfies and yerfies or whatever, yeah, I'm probably going to win long-term because I'm going to probably find a system and a way of beating something that's like 50-50 each side of it or whatever it might be. Again, I'm just giving hypotheticals. First quarter, when you have to beat that VIG, there are going to be some very volatile outings that you have to be you have to understand what's changed. And so when you don't have Donovan Mitchell on the floor, obviously that's more usage for everybody to go around. But if you have Craig Porter Jr. out creating for you as opposed to a James Harden, maybe it's not the massive downgrade that I'm thinking in the back of my mind because James Harden will have more usage, but there's just a very loud sample size that will exist. So I'd want to be very clear about how many minutes he could play. Like I took a first quarter Luka Doncic. I think that's the last time I played the first quarter market. He played 12 minutes and I lost the bet on like an over 6.5 points. It was an absolute jam spot. And you lose stuff like that and it hurts. So be very careful going to some of those markets. Do you like Jaylen Williams 10.5 points plus 102 on FanDuel? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. Can tell you without a doubt. Absolutely. I love it. You should be firing that up. All right. Back to props because we are talking props. We are talking PrizePicks. And we just got an update 9 minutes ago. Shout out our team for just doing everything well. Russell Westbrook still looking mighty fine. But now Jaylen Williams' assists getting a little bit inflated. In fact, we just took his minutes down a little bit. Not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit. Where did that come from? Still staying 29 here. We were a little heavy on his minutes, maybe, like north of 30. Barnheiser Bush does exist, so there's that. We got Reed Sheppard under 4.5 assists. I think this is kind of interesting. Reed Sheppard is going to play blowout run against Houston, but we've got him starting right now purely because Amen Thompson is out for this one. Does he get as much blowout run in these kind of events? They're 14-point favorites. I had the fair line, I think it was 13.5 last night as I broke it down. I'm not sure where's dunks and threes even on this, but 13 basically that they're sitting at. So interesting stuff. 13, 13.5, 14. We're kind of all in the same ballpark on where this game would land. And obviously Amen Thompson being out, 226. That tells me they are on a back-to-back. And Houston plays Orlando tomorrow. So we probably can assume that Reed Sheppard's necessary. Like if Amen Thompson left quadricep tendonitis, he's going to be dinged up. Maybe there's a world where we can back something there. We can find something that exists that we might want to play a little bit more of. But Aaron Holiday exists. If this gets to like crazy blowout run, and they're particularly worried about Amen Thompson not being out there, that's one thing. But like you play to win the game, duh. And Reed Sheppard defensively, not very good. Not very good at all. But overall, that's okay. As long as it's not Russell Westbrook pick and rolls. But Şengün, one of the worst defenders, but that's a conversation for a different day. Ime Udoka hates his defense. It is funny to watch him kind of have the analysis off of that. But I do think Reed Sheppard assists maybe a little bit heavy, especially considering Kevin Durant. Did everybody watch the Kevin Durant Monday joke that was? I did. I know I did. Jack Hughes is in tonight. Oh, daddy. It would be so fun. Oh, I can just do it from the Gamecast because he led the game in assists. The hell is this? The hell is this? Also, 5 assists for Kevin Love in 24 minutes. That's funny. Kevin Love getting to 24 minutes. Shout out him. It's like living his life, doing his thing in Utah. Makes no sense. Kevin Durant, though, I do not expect that. Nobody expects that. We don't expect that. Nobody expects that. But Reed Sheppard, 4.5 assists. Interesting pick and play. And I also want to point out the fact that the market average sits at minus 118 makes it pretty advantageous to me as well, knowing that minus 115, now the new threshold. So for underdog purposes, let's put together our 3-pick card. In fact, I think Russell Westbrook going to go on this one. Do we want to put Gui Santos on this one again? I don't think I want to. Legends to the table? You want or two? Actually, I do. I'm a liar. Santos. And then we're going to short Reed Sheppard. We hit the 3-pick one last time. Want to run it back? Second video of the Pick'em Streets for the people. That would be awfully fun. Jaylen Williams just got nuked. What happened? He's not going on this card anyway. All right. I've got. Oh. All right. We're going to put a 10 spot on this one to round out our lovely program. There we go. All right, I'm going to share this over on Tails here as well. This comes from the Stochastic Props tool. We actually didn't spend a ton of time over in Odd Shopper here today, but trust me, Odd Shopper, I'm in it all the live long day. We've got all of these great ensembles of goodness. PEV, My Bets, Odd Screen, Arbitrage, more. Parlay Builder, some parlay goodness for the people as well. And then Tails, which opens into this, where we obviously posted this from the live stream, Jaylen Williams and Gui Santos. And now we're going to take Gui Santos along for the ride for one more. One more freebie for the people with the Reed Sheppard under and Russell Westbrook over dog. I don't know why I love putting these little emojis in ahead of time. I'm like a 16-year-old girl. Don't mind me. Underdog part 2. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. One more freebie. Do, 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 do. All right. That is posted. That's ready to rock. Any other questions? I feel like I should last 4 minutes left. 4 minutes remaining in the period. 4 minutes remaining in the period. We've got the Pick'em calculator. Also didn't have to use that today. It was pretty straightforward, I thought, as far as what the plays are. I'm only going to make this big a beta for the people, but, you know, just being able to kind of move things around and be able to know where we're moving to, why we're moving there, see what the multipliers are changing. Because 1.1 with 0.9, not as good as people think. And I know, again, it's $3. Oh, I don't give a shit. I care about everything when it comes to the monies. The money is mine, the money. But now we have new baselines. 1.1 is plus 106. That's better than what it was once upon a time. Now that they've changed the game with minus 115, you can kind of see implied probability with it, all the other good stuff. We're going to be firing this up more and more on these streams. So hopefully you learned a little something. We've got the 3 picks as well that we can move around, finagle with. 1.1. There we go. And it should go gray shaded. Oh, it did everything I wanted it to. And now it's blowing up on me. Alrighty, y'all. I think that is going to do it for me. Yep, my Pick'em. I knew as soon as I started toying around with my Pick'em stuff, it was going to make my browser go completely insane. Friends, this was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I am going to get the heck out of here. Until next time, I am Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the Pick'em Streets tonight. Promo code second half, that is on your screen right now. That's a great opportunity for you to be able to jump into the premium Discord for the nice little discount of $25. $25, less than $1 a day to come get all of the Pick'em goodness, all of my bets, all of the other things, but wanted to do this specifically for you, Pick'em people. Really good times. We'll talk about some more in the premium Discord. I'm heading there now. Catch you guys on NBA Live before lock if you're going to be playing DFS today at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific, over at the Stochastic YouTube channel, STOKASTIC. Would love to see you there. Till then, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the Pick'em streets tonight. Bye.